Hello guys, and today I will be reviewing Hail Caesar. Actually this movie was basically as good as I expected, and I'm gonna try to make this review as short as I can because my throat is kind of sore and I have a cold. I just feel like relaxing and just watching YouTube videos on my computer, so I'll just try to make this review short. Let's talk about the bad things first. The story in Hail Caesar had a lot of flaws. It just felt like there were some parts in it that was very bland, and the story wasn't really strong. It was very weak. It was like it's basically like Coen Brothers, like some of their films I heard have weak stories, and this one has a very weak story. But so that's like one of the problems with the movie, that the story is not really powerful or strong. It's just very weak. And another problem is that some of the parts felt very dull. Like some of the parts, like this is supposed to be a comedy film, and some of the parts felt like, in some comedy films you have to have serious parts, but there were so many parts that I knew that they could have jokes in or didn't even need to be in the movie, and they just had to add it in and just weren't funny. There was just some very dull parts in this movie, and that's like another problem also. The story is very weak, as I said, and there's very dull parts in this movie. It kind of makes me angry because it's shocking that, actually it's not even really shocking that a comedy has some actual dull parts in it, because usually all comedies always have dull parts in it. Like there's usually the main problem with actual good comedies is that there's very dull parts in it. There's some parts in it that is just very bland. But you're probably thinking of a ton of them that don't, for example, Office Space. And some actually good comedies I can't really think of have a weak story and not any story that's not really powerful. But I can think of a lot of comedies that don't, and they're really good. So, yeah, that's the main problems with this movie, I should say. And finally, I'm going to talk about the best part about this movie. The jokes and how it went to act like it was an old-fashioned movie, or the old-fashioned style of it. The jokes were awesome. The Coen Brothers delivered an amazing, funny movie. And it's not like huge comedy that I just fell out of my seat. It's like light comedy, like the Coen Brothers. But the light comedy gives you a chuckle, makes you laugh. The light comedy is really good in this. As I said, that there are some parts that are really dull. Yeah, but the comedy kind of says that, because the comedy, well, I don't know what I mean. Because in the dull parts, there's no comedy in it, but the comedy in it is just amazing. It's a funny comedy, and it'll give you a chuckle. It's a very good light comedy, and I just love the comedy in this. And this is probably one of the most funniest comedies I've ever seen, of how funny it is. I'm saying funniest, not like the best, acting and... Oh yeah, you know what I forgot? The acting and the actors and actresses are awesome, but I forgot this to count this as a bad thing, but on the poster it lists a lot of actors / actresses. Yeah, basically kind of half of them are not even really that much in the film. They're only in the film about 5 minutes. So to me, I just don't get why they're on the front. I was like, oh my gosh, look at all these good actors. But it seemed like that they were kind of wasted, because they only have like very short roles. But it's what the actors and actresses wanted to do. So if they want to do that, it's fine. But I was kind of disappointed because the amazing actors and amazing actresses didn't really get to expand their roles that much. Like half of the poster, you know, like on the poster where it shows like all the actors slash actresses, as I said earlier. Yeah, that's what I'm meaning. Like half of those actresses just get like 5 minutes or less minutes of spare time. So that's one problem. It's like the characters feel very flawed sometimes. Well, actually I shouldn't say like, not all of them. Like the characters that are mostly in the film, they are amazing characters. Like, I guess the cowboy, I forgot what his name was, and I guess like the main character, I forgot who his name. I guess the only way to describe him as a detective. Like the only name that I can remember in this film is Brad Whitlock, which is actually George Clooney. Yeah, he was a really good character. He didn't feel flawed. It's just like a lot of characters feel flawed, and a lot of actors and actresses, like, they were awesome, and it felt disappointed because they didn't really get to expand the roles. But if they want to do that, it's fine. So, let's get back to the good stuff because I just got myself confused. What was I even talking about again? Oh yeah, the comedy in this film was awesome, as I said. And I kind of feel like I already talked about how good the comedy was. It's very light. And I feel like I should talk about the next good thing that is probably my favorite thing about the film. The old-fashioned technique style. This movie has like a style of making you feel like you're watching an old-fashioned movie. It makes you feel like you're watching a movie from the 1950s, like where this movie is taking place. And that's what I love about this film. This film wants you to pretend that wants you to make you pretend that you're watching like a 1950s film. Not like like a film made in the 1950s. That's what I think they actually want us to think. So that's what I love about this film. It has like an old style. And when it shows like all the other actors slash actresses that are working at Capitol Pictures, that's like the main film studio in the film. And when it shows their movies, like they're acting for, it actually makes me feel like I'm actually watching a 50s film. That's what it makes me feel like. And yeah, so that's all I have to say about Hail Caesar. Just remember, sometimes the story feels flawed, and some parts just feel dull, and don't be disappointed that, well, the actors slash actresses like Scarlett Johansson, Channing Tatum, which I have not said this, who is not, well, they're not going to really expand their roles that much. They're not even going to be really in the film. They're probably only going to be in the film about 5 minutes. So if you're counting on a really good actor, just to warn you, he or she might not be in like the whole film, and might only be like in the film in like 5 minutes or less spare time. So that's all I have to say. No, not all I have to say. All I have to say about the bad stuff. And the jokes are awesome. Like, you will find the jokes funny. If you don't like comedy, you probably won't like this film. But the jokes are very funny for light comedy, and it's not like you get out your seat funny. It's actually like you actually get a chuckle and a laugh, and it's actually a really funny movie. So if you like funny movies, you should see this. And this has like an old-fashioned style in it, and the old-fashioned style makes you feel like you're actually watching a 1950s movie. And it's a very cool style actually to see. It's just very awesome. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and if you like funny movies, or if you like old style movies and comedy movies combined, you should watch this movie. So yeah, bye.